What do you know about special education? In July 2015, the Center for Disease Control stated that recent estimates in the United States show that about 1 in 6, or about 15% of children aged 3 through 17 years have one or more developmental disabilities. Special education is available for these students with disabilities to help them meet their educational needs. The structure of special education involves an individualized education plan, services available to help with their needs, and classroom working to support the student for success in school. An individualized education plan, also known as an IEP, is an important legal document that states the child's learning needs, the services the school will provide, and how progress will be measured. There are qualifications that need to be met for a child to qualify for an IEP. According to understood.org in 2014, anyone who suspects a child is struggling, such as a parent, teacher, doctor, can request an evaluation. During the evaluation, the child may be given tests and be observed in the classroom by the school psychologist and other professionals. Then the parents, teachers, psychologists, and other professionals will meet to determine if the child needs special education services to help with the general education curriculum. According to the National Center for Education Statistics in January 2015, in the United States, 13% of students are participating in an IEP and are designated as special education students. In Nebraska, 15.3% of students are participating in an IEP and designated as special education students. An IEP has two purposes: to set reasonable, specific learning goals for a child, and to state the services that the school district will provide for the child. IEPs establish the services that the child will need to help meet their goals. There are many services available for children with disabilities. Occupational therapy is one of the services. This is therapy the child gets to help them be able to perform tasks needed to learn, such as holding their pencil, feeding themselves, and cutting with scissors. The American Occupational Therapy Association in 2016 stated that students with disabilities have been able to receive occupational therapy at school since the 1975 passage of the Individuals with Disabilities Education Act, also known as IDEA. The law stipulates that students with disabilities must have access to occupational therapy if they need it to benefit from special education. Physical therapy is another service that is provided. This is therapy the child receives to help them be able to use their bodies to their full potential, such as walking independently and picking items up off the floor. Physical therapy can also help with disabilities that may cause losing of mobility by doing exercises and stretches to keep from losing their muscle control. Speech therapy is also a service that can be provided. Speech therapy is when a child receives to help them be able to speak more clearly, such as practicing letter sounds so words are said correctly for others to understand them. Along with getting services needed, students in special education will work in special education classrooms to meet their goals, plus in the regular education classrooms. In the special education classrooms, they will work on specific needs for the individual student and work on meeting IEP goals that are set. Working alongside their peers in a regular education classroom setting is called inclusion. And then, according to the National Department of Education in May 2016, school-age programs mean special education programs and related services designed to serve children with verified disabilities from age 5 through the school year in which the child will reach 21. In conclusion, the individualized education plan, services needed, and classroom activities all work together to provide the special education students with success in school. And I will leave you with a quote from the book The Water Giver, The Story of a Mother, a Son, and Their Second Chance by Joanne Ryan. Motherhood is about raising and celebrating the child you have, not the child you thought you would have. It's about understanding that they are exactly the person that they are supposed to be, and that if you are lucky, they just might be the teacher who turns you into the person who you are supposed to be.